shoot the lady through the front windscreen. So I'm going to shoot through our front windscreen into their front windscreen.
Okay. And you're guessing that she's there. It's dark and their lights are on, but that's where you're placing the shot.
So it's an aimed shot. This is going to be minus 20. Where's my pistol? Oh dear. So it's 30 or less. 23.
Nice.
Excellent.
Bang! So you put a shot through where the passenger is, the passenger seat.
Only 1 point of damage though.
Okay.
A precious shot, but not much effect.
You winged her.
Weldon, what do you want to do in this situation?
Not be here. Is there anything in the form of cover, like extremely nearby, like within say 10
Yeah,
feet
you could
of the
you
car?
could follow the bouncer. He opened up his door and just rolled over the guardrail and disappeared into the woods. And the banking is steep going down that way, so you don't have to climb. So he just kind of slid down out of sight, down somewhere in the woods. Because you guys are going downhill and the mountain's this way. So when you crashed into the oncoming traffic lane, which is going uphill, that's the way
I'm not gonna try to dip out because I feel like I'll get hunted down if I do. No, is there a way that I could probably sneak around to the back, the back of the car?
from there. And
remind me whose Crown Vic this is.
it's the feds.
I'm gonna. I think if anything, I'm gonna pop open the trunk. Christopher has shot handguns before, but only at ranges. He's not good at it. Let alone can he do it at night in stress at distance. So he knows his limits. He's gonna see if there's anything else he can do.
Yeah, you're under live fire. There's you're under live fire. There's suppression rules in this game.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pop that trunk if I can and see if there's anything in there that I can maybe use in the next round.
Williamson would have to pop it for you. You can easily see Williamson what this guy's trying to do.
Oh, there's no button back there.
No, in 97, in 97 you got to use a key to open the trunk, or you can pop it.
The pop
from it's either in
the
glove box. It's in the glove box. There's where it is. So, but Williamson can pop it for you. I mean, the glove box is already open, right? That's where he fucking got shit stuff, anyways.
So then I'm as I'm getting out of the car, I'm so I'm not yelling it. I'm dude, pop the trunk, and then I slink out. And either
Williamson, you gonna help your brother out?
Yeah, I think because
is there anything in there worthwhile?
That I don't know. Williamson and Geider can answer that next round as you hear the latch of the trunk pop.
If nothing else, it can be extra cover the trunk itself popping open.
Oh, absolutely. You got good cover punching down.
Because I don't want my feet on the ground. If anything, I'll stand on the trunk or pop in the trunk a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, that's I guess it's my turn.
Yep, and that brings us back to the top of another round. Felix, what would you like to do?
I would like to attempt to hit him again.
Fire away.
Oh, I will.
And this is your shotgun?
Yes.
Review.
Which I am trying to find that info we put in the chat.
100-meter range, 1d No different change. It's for buckshot. It's 2d8 damage, and for solid, it's 2d8 plus 2.
Yeah, you were firing slugs in that.
Yeah,
thing.
we talked about doing slugs.
But just roll your firearm skill
Yeah.
shotgun
We'll
less
go.
to hit him, and then we'll worry about damage.
Come on, baby. Give me a good one. Give me a good one. Fuck. That is. Oh, wait. That's 49. The 60 was
damage.
facing me. I thought it was 60.
Roll damage. Roll some
Wow.
damage.
We haven't had have we had any crits yet? I think we had a crit fail,
Nope.
didn't we?
We had a
And
crit
what-
fail, yeah, and I forgot
What did
what
we
happened.
decide crit was?
It's doubles over, not in the game, but then there's an added one, wasn't there? So if you roll double digits over, it's a crit failure. If you roll double digits under, it's a success.
That's right. The crit is you got to get either double digits or what, a 1%.
That's lethality, I think. Yeah, 1 is also so, yeah.
So 1 through
Yeah.
10 is a crit success, and
No.
No,
If
so
you
like
roll a 1,
like a 1
1%
is a crit, 11, 22, 33, etc. Multiples of 11 and 1. Multiples
and
of 11 and the single number.
if you roll 100, that's a critical failure. And if you roll doubles above your skill, that's a critical fumble as well. That's a fumble as well. Goes both
Okay.
ways.
I got 14 damage.
nice.
Wow, you hit the guy goes down.
Damn right.
The gun falls out of his hands. He drops. The Suburban is put into gear. What's everyone else doing?
I will take.
Dude,
another
we
shot
gotta-
at
we-
the lady.
We should go pit that Suburban, like make it not be able to get away. Like
I will try.
we're in it. We're pot committed.
I'll try and shoot the tire. That's going to be a 30 or less.
Okay, your firearm skill minus 20% as it's
Nope.
getting floored to
I
drive
miss.
by you.
53.
Anyone else?
Oh, as it drives past?
Yeah, she's
Absolutely.
headed
Yeah,
down
I'll
the
take
road.
the shot. Well, wait.
Okay.
You said it's minus 20 because it's driving past us and moving target.
Yeah, so whatever your firearm pistol skill is, and take 20% off of it.
What if
You gotta roll
your
that or less.
skill is a 20? Then you just can't roll.
You just miss.
No, I guess what's the?
roll a
I'll
1.
tell you. No, I'll tell you. Does firearm?
I mean, shoot, if they do that, I'll try it whether I can roll or not. Like at least then I can.
If it has a base, it would be at least that. No.
Well, it depends if you're doing. Are you aiming for something specifically, or just aiming for the car?
Yeah,
or,
he's aiming at the tire. Yeah, 1%. That's all. Yeah, you got to get it
That's-
or doubles
That'd be a cool
under
shot.
your
then.
regular skill minus 20, I guess. So.
Well, any double I
Is it
do would be
20?
a crit fail.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna try it.
I just think you need a 1, don't you? If you do
Oh,
the
it's
game.
a 29, so it's a fail.
Close.
Yeah, so you miss. Williamson, you tried to do the same thing. You already missed.
Yeah.
Felix, or what are you going to do?
I'm gonna get in the car and say, Williamson, fucking bouncer dude, get your ass in here.
You're going to yell at bouncer dude to get in the car, huh?
I mean, I probably wouldn't wait for him, but I'll yell to him that we're leaving, with or without him.
No, we need to take him.
He yells down, "I'm good. I'm good. I'll just hitchhike back to Capital City. I think I got the information I needed.
Can I?
I just need to use a lot of gasoline if they ever throw me in the gauntlet."
Get in the car, Ben, or we'll shoot you.
Oh, okay. Don't shoot.
We're not fucking around anymore.
With that, he reluctantly gets in the back seat of the car. next to Chris. If Chris is getting
Good.
the guard. Are you going to try to chase her down?
That's what I think we should do.
We've got that town coming up though soon, don't we? The was it Heron or something?
Yeah, it wasn't much of a town.
We're going in the same direction, so we might as well. I presume we're heading that back towards Capital City.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So if anybody
I got
else,
her.
we hit a deer. Oh, hang on. We need to take the body, don't we? We can't leave. Did she? I think she just left that guy behind with a machine gun.
Oh, fuck yeah. If you load up the body, the chances of catching up with her are much lower. That's
Do we
clear.
get any
I know what you're
identifying?
saying.
We should have had a time to get identifying information on the vehicle, right? Like license plate.
We got
You
that already.
We got the
already
license
did
plate
that
last
last
time.
section. You do have
Okay.
Yep.
I printed it out.
And
Yeah.
and also you're gonna have to
What the heck?
get some like a cloth over your mouth because there's just enough tear gas up around there. Still sputtering out that, now it's starting to form a cloud enough that it's a pain in the ass to go get the body too. Unless you go and kick the tear gas can away, I guess. Tick
I'm
tock,
tempted
tick
to
tock.
follow the lady.
Role playing games must offer players meaningful choices. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
If someone finds him, there's going to be some weird guy with a machine gun, presumably. What do you reckon, Felix? I'm hedging towards following the lady.
Yeah, let's rock and
Okay.
roll.
So
We could probably come back for this body. This is not a very busy road.
and if it does get found, it'd be like mysterious man killed.
Is there a mile marker that we can notice?
You're at mile marker 9.
It's the one next to the dead body.
So that tells you, just from common knowledge, that that means you're 9 miles from, what was it?
The next road.
Yeah, the next road that takes you to the interstate. Or to the road that takes you to the interstate. That's right.
Route 220 or Road 50. Or Highway 91.
Okay. You're 9 miles from Route 220, which you drive to State Highway 50, and then you hit Interstate 81. Going east. Okay, her drive skill, I can roll that because she's just going to try to speed up and outdistance you.
Let's try 40.
Roll your drive skill, Williamson, to try to catch up.
46. So that's under 50.
Nice.
All right, you catch up to her on a section of road. What is the road doing at this time? It's at the intersection of some rural road going left and the gates to the Pondsville mine on the right. And that's where she loses control of the Suburban and it crashes near the gates and onto the ground near the, because there's no trees there. And against just off to the side of the road, skids off the side of the road and gets stuck
Hell
past
yeah.
the gate to the Ponds Mill mine. So,
Oh,
yep.
Oh, my bad.
Oh no, you didn't do anything bad.
Yeah, I did.
like accidentally exited my window.
Oh,
You didn't even notice I
Um,
was gone.
so you can easily pull up to it, or you can. I mean, you can stop up to it, next to it, behind it, away from it. Just drive.
You said
by,
it
pass
swerved
away.
out. It swerved.
No, she
into
lost
a-
control. She tried to speed away and
Oh,
escape.
she's just bad at
as-
driving.
Yeah, she's just bad at driving. And at that high speed, at that section of the road is when Williamson, you guys catch up, and she fucks it up and goes off the road, side of the road at a high rate of speed, and then it just skids to a stop because she has to slam on the brakes or go into the trees.
I will try and position the car side onto her, so blocking her escape if she tries to drive away. If that's possible. There's room.
Yeah, she's trying to back it up, but the tires are spinning. You can hear it. She's got it good and stuck.
In that case, just
So she
Dude,
rolls
if
down
you-
the window and go ahead.
I was gonna say if you can get me near her, I can submit her. Like I know it sounds bro-ish.
kinky.
I know it sounds bro-ish, but I do jujitsu and I've been doing it for years. I'm much better at hand-to-hand combat than I am with a gun.
All right.
So you're getting out of the car and approaching her?
Oh, not
Approaching
necessarily.
her with it?
Like it might be a like crawl from window to window because like I don't know. I know that she's got. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know what she does other than drive poorly. But I know that we're not dealing with. I know we're dealing with dangerous people. So I would rather be able to get the jump, close the distance really quickly, rather than if I can't close the distance in almost an instant. I'm not going to try for hand to hand because I don't know what she has. But if we can come up alongside, or if there's a way we can orient our car with respect to her Suburban, where I can sneak up
Williamson's
around.
driving, so that's his call. And I
Right,
think he
yeah,
already told
yeah.
me where he positioned his car. And that was you stopped right beside it, Williamson, or am I wrong?
Behind it.
Behind it. He pulled
Yeah.
up behind it. Lights are on it.
Try to not cage her in, but block her in. Go get her, Chris.
Say that again.
Go get her.
And we
He pulled
we
up
know
behind
that
it.
she's
That's where he,
Yeah, I'm. Can someone get out and kind of pull aggro, like point gun, say get out of the car slowly, and I can be slinking around the other side.
players, that's not a question directed to me.
To anyone in the car other than myself.
Yeah, everybody's in the car.
No, I know. That question was directed to everyone in the car.
Sorry, what
Like,
was the
is-
question? My headphones had cut out for a minute.
Oh, I was just saying, like, I'm good at hand-to-hand combat, not guns. So, if someone can try to secure the scene, you know, with guns, I can be a backup sneaking around the side. Like, if I can close the distance on her, done. But I have to get there first.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Kind of get it out and cover her.
Okay.
Yeah, so someone's got to get out and get the attention.
Motherfucking freeze!
I'll probably get out the passenger side back door, if I, stealthily if I can.
Okay. Williamson, are you doing anything?
I will remain in the driver's seat with the engine running.
Okay. Okay. As you're slinking down, Weldon, the passenger door of the Suburban opens, and she's getting out on that side of the Suburban.
How far am I from her? And does she immediately notice me?
3 or 4 meters. Does she notice you?
3 or 4 meters?
There is a stealth roll.
There is a
Stealth that
stealth
shit.
roll. Stealth that shit. What do you got for stealth?
I may
Good call,
not
players.
even opt to use it. We'll see. Stealth.
Could you
Yeah,
maybe get
no,
an
I got-
advantage since
No.
I'm kind of hollering at her?
What
gun pointed
even?
at her?
What kind of a
I
bonus?
get.
would that
Yeah.
look like?
He would have to go by you, right? Weldon went by you because you're on the passenger side.
Yeah, but so I got out passenger side, and I'd be walking toward the front of the car, pointing my shotgun at her, and he's trying to sneak around the back of the car.
Oh, I didn't
So-
think about the fact that he'd be getting out of the passenger side. So then, if he's getting out of the passenger side, the back window shot out, right?
It's spider webbed. It's not all the way out. She gets a 19. She hits with a 19. You take 7 points of damage.
Oh shit!
Ouch.
You can also aim for a plus 20 for the next attack. No, I'm forgetting something.
Yes. Yep. She didn't do that. She just stepped out and.
Sorry.
Kapow!
Where's my health? Oof. Yeah, that should hurt.
Yeah, it does. You're severely injured.
I've been shot. Williamson, I've been shot.
I was watching the Pacific series yesterday, binge watching while I fell shit on the couch. And one of the Marines was complaining as he's writhing on the ground after getting wounded. He goes, "I got shot. I can't believe I said that. I said that." And he did earlier when he got shot. He's like, "Oh my God, I got shot." He was embarrassed about saying it. It's kind of funny.
Walk it off, soldier.
Things will happen.
Williamson, what are you doing? Your buddy just took a fucking slug. Oh, are you still wearing your vest?
I am.
Yeah, I don't
Felix,
see why I
did
wouldn't
you have
be.
it, Donna?
Yeah,
Well,
we
what's the
both
armor
don
protection on
vests.
that? What's the armor protection on that?
5, I think.
Yeah, so you only take 2 points of damage.
Oh, hell yeah.
Did I get any
Good
of that protection?
You're
No,
adorable.
they only had 2.
You're
They don't-
adorable.
Yeah, you don't get. Yeah, they don't come with a team package for vests. They got one. You don't.
I'm sure you have cool stuff as a civilian.
I don't need you to patronize me, Justin.
I'm not
Weldon,
patronizing you, I'm
Weldon,
patronizing your character.
It is your turn to act.
Oh, wait a minute. Cover vest. So it's 4. Hang on. There's a couple of them. There's reinforced Kevlar, typical for uniform police, which is 4. Tactical body armor, typical for soldiers and SWAT teams.
Get 4. Go with 4. I like the sounds of that for fucking
That's the best
poorly
thing,
paid FBI agents.
Okay, 4. Sorry, not 5. My
Good benefits though. You guys got
That's
good
all right, yeah.
benefits.
No, it still cuts it in half.
Benefits are sweet. Pays
I-
lousy, hours are long, and the gear is fucking used.
But we can retire early if we survive. I'll take a shot at her with my pistol.
Roll the hit.
Just
You don't have a really good line of sight on her, so
Okay.
she's undercover. You're going to be shooting through the windows again to try to hit where she is.
That'll
Will
be a
you be able to
minus
get
or-
out and change that?
Yeah, you can either shoot at a minus 20% or try to reposition. Take your time to try to get a better angle.
I'm a
Which
pretty shot, to be honest. So is Felix, are you still standing, or are you kind of down to one knee?
I'm good.
Good. I will try to. I don't want to leave the car really because that's cover. I will take a shot from the car.
okay, throw in a minus 20%.
97.
Wow.
I knew you should have repositioned.
What did you roll?
97.
He missed.
So if you're shooting from the, we're on the rear bumper of the Suburban, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm in the car.
That if that's where you are, that's fine.
Yeah, he's
Williamson
I'm just trying to
Williamson
remember
just
what
stepped.
Oh, he's out. Okay.
Williamson just stepped out of the driver's side.
No, I just stuck my hand out the window and fired. I'm in the car.
Oh Jesus! I would have given you a minus 40 on that. You.
She's on the passenger side. Isn't she?
Yes.
On
Yes.
the passenger
Yeah.
side
He
of
took
the
a wild
Suburban.
shot.
No, he was the driver.
Hence,
Okay.
hence the 97, maybe.
Mhm,
Yeah, that's what I was
because-
thinking. I know what I would like to do.
What would you like to do?
Seeing as they are both firing, I am going to try to slink out the back passenger side door as I've been sitting there. And I'm going to try to stealthily approach the driver door of the Suburban and see if I can position myself to where I can take control of that Suburban. And I don't have a good mental image of how that's blocked in versus what she's
He's
up
just
against.
parked right behind her, like as if you just pulled up behind another car on the side of the road. The only difference is instead of just parked on the side of the road, it's a little like this because it's off the bank and stuck.
So with respect to the car, where is she? To the Suburban.
She stepped out of the passenger side door, opened it, stepped out, and started shooting towards Felix, who was stepping out of his door, of his car, of his side. They're on the same side.
Well, then
Felix
I'm
and her
gonna
are on the
try to use
passenger
an
side of their
element of-
cars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, then I'm gonna try to flank and try to get element of surprise because I do know how to fire a gun. I'm just it's always
More proficient.
it's always been at a paper target.
So that means, but
I've
by
got
the
a
time you get
20%
by the
firearm.
time you get to the driver's side door of the Suburban, Williamson, Geider, and the woman, we need to do 2 rounds of gunfire.
2 rounds. Goddamn.
Yep,
Okay.
because we're talking and in this game, to me, 2 rounds of combat in this game is like we're talking 6 seconds.
Seconds.
That's true. Very limited action economy per round.
Yep.
That makes sense.
So you getting where you're going, 6 seconds, 2 rounds, bang, done. So Felix, you gonna shoot at her? She's starting to hit you.
Yeah, I feel like I can get a pretty clear line of sight. I'm not super far from her. I would still like to call a non-lethal shot because I feel like there's something more going on than just a plate.
Make it happen.
And that'll be a 33. With the
Crit
minus
success.
20 is 40, so that should work.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Nice.
Jesus. Yeah,
Hell
you blow her left
Hell yeah.
from mid shin down. That part of her leg just gets blown
You just
right
capped
off.
her.
She falls over screaming.
I mean,
fucking
that was my
pain.
goal. I
Okay,
tell her to
a
drop her
shotgun
gun.
squad? It's dropped. It's dropped. She's clutching
Okay.
her leg. fucking screaming in pain. She's probably going to go into shock.
Can we run up and get her in cuffs and start the
So
first aid?
I've got a 50% in first aid. Unless anyone has a better, I'm gonna run up and take care of that.
I do not have a better.
Roll it. I think if you perform this, yes, she lives. If not, she dies and bleeds out.
Yeah, gonna need that tourniquet.
Yeah, we're here to kill people, not save them.
Under is good, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I had a mild heart attack. I was like, I only rolled a 9. That's
fine. You rolled a 9.
Okay.
9 under 50.
All right.
So
she's not
the main
die.
thing is just
she's in a lot of pain.
Stop the bleeding. If I can help, like, lean my body against her to keep her from hurting herself, as I don't know.
Yeah, I think you guys cuffed her.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. While he's doing that, we're taking away the weapon.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm just straight up administering first aid.
Okay. So since he's administering first aid, it's really difficult.
Just hoping someone's
cuff her from behind her back.
Her.
So you cuff her from the front hands.
Yeah, we can change that if we need to. Later. So yeah, we ask her what year is it.
She's saying something over and over again that you don't understand between gritted teeth.
Can we kind of write down?
Can I make an occult roll? See if I know what it is.
Yeah.
I got a 10 in occult.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty.
Sounds perfect.
I think it'd be unnatural if it's mythos.
Rolled a 100. I think I'm convinced of something that I've seen online. Because I know my character.
Yeah, I think in her wounded state, she has managed to cast a spell at you. I mean, you rolled 100, dude.
What a dick.
No, you're not wrong. No, I love it.
Her power is 14. What's your power?
11.
Okay.
Lower is good, right?
I don't even know what the power stat is.
The power stat is like willpower.
I know it exists.
Resistance to magic, and some people can harness it to use it as magic, and other people it's just since they're not magically inclined or have the ability, it's what's going to be used as a defense factor when they're attacked by magic.
So I have an 11 or a 55.
That's not how it goes, right? I got to either decide first whether I want a player-facing role or should the NPC be making the role, right?
Yeah, if it's her doing it, sounds
opposed test. I'm just going to go read opposed test right now quickly.
Which is cauterize the wound. Stick a stump on the engine block.
Okay, so for power is 14, that's a 50. Okay, she's got a 70% or less, and you got a 55% or less. So we roll.
Can we not say that she's at some sort of disadvantage in her current state?
You fumbled. This is all because you fumbled. No other reason.
Don't make me take responsibility for my own actions.
dice are
How
playing.
dare you?
I have to do that in real life.
Okay, she rolled a 60. So unless you succeed better than she does, whatever she's attempting to do, succeed.
What am I trying to succeed at?
Not being.
Yeah.
Are you saying I need to roll something right now?
Yeah, what you got to roll a 55 or less to resist the spell.
Oh no. It's a 66.
Ooh,
That's a crit
that's a
fail.
dramatic fumble. That's a crit fail.
Oof.
You
Fumble
point
and a
your
fumbleception, bro.
Goddamn.
pistol at John Williamson and take a shot.
No.
Yes.
That's fine.
Roll the
John's
hit.
not here. I don't know who John Williamson is. He's not here. There's a Josh Williamson. There's not a John.
roll your handgun skill or less.
Me?
Yes, you're shooting you've just been compelled by arcane magic to blow John
That's
Williamson's
hot.
head off.
Should he aim for the opposite because he wants to miss?
It's a 93. And a 93 over 20.
Could he want
So
over because he wants to miss?
So I hardcore miss.
So Williamson, this guy just shot at you. What would you like to do?
He just shot. Maybe not at you, but he shot.
Yeah, with a
He
93.
shot right at you.
That's pretty good. 93. He's shooting behind me somewhere.
Yeah, because he's doing it in he's definitely moving in a wooden way. It's not a natural action.
Well, I've got no unnatural skill.
His mouth seems a little slack-jawed. His tongue's hanging out.
Is there any sort of roll he might make to recognize a similarity to what his arms experienced?
I'm just going to pull out the Maxim machine gun. Just open up. Just
Oh,
yeah. Throw some grenades in. I'm still in the car. So
he's
I
going to war with you, Weldon.
I just need to know what you're doing. You just got shot at. I don't care where you are. What are you doing?
With that 93, I just think he's shooting behind me. I'm going to look behind me.
What are you doing?
Looking behind
looks
me.
Is the
behind him
question,
for a
John
target.
Williamson?
I'm looking behind me. Is there someone else coming up behind us?
Yeah, for what Weldon could have been shooting at.
Oh yeah, no, he seems to be looking at you. And if you turn around and look, I guess he's walking towards you to get closer to do a better shot because clearly he's sucking at that range. He's taking steps towards you now.
Now, Williamson and Geeter, we both heard her mumbling some shit before this happens, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we may have the idea, especially being familiar with the occult, that has something to do with her.
So you're going to, okay, you want to understand what she's saying?
It's not my turn, I don't think.
I don't know.
It's your guys' turn. Everyone else is gone.
I think in Delta Green, I haven't got any books next to me, but I think it's under unnatural, the skill, the mythos stuff. And I don't think anybody's got it.
You shouldn't.
Felix, you're the only one that has an action. It's your action.
So I'm gonna go and attempt to knock her out with the butt of my shotgun.
Okay, that's
Unless I can knock out spray or a syringe or something.
No, that's an automatic action. You succeed. She's knocked out.
Fuck yeah. I look over at Christopher. Is he still looking zombie-ish?
Nope. Christopher, you shot at John. It wasn't an unconscious action. For some reason, an unmitigated hate against the man the feds, the system that grinds things to a fucking halt and ties your hands and doesn't allow you to serve the people you're trying to serve. You couldn't take any more and you popped off around, but now you're good.
So are you saying that I need to make a sanity roll?
That's up to you. You just know that you are on compulsion, under a compulsion from the woman to shoot at John. Whether you feel bad about that or not, that's all. You're aware of it as opposed to unaware of it.
I approach Christopher and kind of like.
If I shot at someone accidentally, I would apologize. If you're just like, whatever, dude, that's cool. I'm just asking.
I go over to Christopher and one kind of gently like touch his hand with the gun, kind of like making sure that he's no longer aiming that upward. And I check in with him like, hey, Mr. Weldon, you doing all right?
So I have a 40 in psychology. Can I do a psychology roll for myself to determine if I'm all right?
Yes.
And if I'm not, make a sanity roll?
Yes.
Like a low
you really want to make that
roll.
sanity roll?
No, that sounds perfect. That sounds perfect.
Yeah, no, I
that
think it makes perfect sense.
With the game logic.
Don't get me wrong, I love rolling dice, but this is to my detriment.
Mm-hmm. I know. That's why I'm checking in with you in real life, David. Do you want to hurt yourself?
No, I think this is in the spirit of Delta Green and how the rules are built. I think the rules are built this way to facilitate what we're trying to do.
Yeah, no, I think it's perfect.
Yeah, but also to your credit, Jay, I think you're very good at being decisive in the moment, which is
it's the only way to get things to play with me. If I don't do that, he won't play.
Okay, so
thank you. I know how to take a compliment. I appreciate that. Role-playing games are hard work for players alike.
No!
So good. Is that what that noise was?
So good that it was even worse. That is
even worse.
That is
I think that calls
40,
for.
That is a 44 over 40.
No!
Another crit fail.
Okay, so normally a sanity fail is going to cost you a 1d10 roll, and sanity roll 2d10.
Well, that was his psychotherapy.
Well, no, yeah. So that was my psychology roll to see.
Yeah, no,
if I could even handle it.
You can't. You're gone.
That's a bit
like this has been really hard on you.
So this
roll 2d10 and take that insanity damage.
Damn.
I would point out that a 1d10 sanity loss is the equivalent of killing an innocent in cold blood.
Okay, so just roll 1d10. But he fumbled. Okay, just 1d10. Josh Williamson has made his case. Your name is Josh. I'm sorry. Butters, my eyesight is just going bad. I'm old.
Oh yeah, I've got glasses on.
That's why I was calling you John Williamson. That's what I thought it was.
I rolled a 5.
So you take 5 points of sanity damage. You're just
and that puts me.
But that's
at a 48. That puts me at a 48 temporary, and my breaking point. My breaking point is a 49. So I just went past my breaking point.
Ooh.
I forget the rules on this, but I know that is like
it's a thing.
That's the thing.
If you lose 5 or more in a single event, you go temporary insane anyway.
Well, so just to be clear though, I'm continuing with the same session stat sheet as
we're in real time.
Well, that being said is I don't know exactly how the rules work on this, but after each quote unquote session, there's it's kind of the long rest aspect of Delta Green. You have any skill checks you failed in, you get to roll in those. There's also stuff with the bonds and whatnot. I didn't know if that happened. I'm assuming that did not.
I think that's reasonable for skills that you had used. If you want to see that, if you have improved them,
because usually
we can do that. We can do that right now. We can do that at the end of the session and do it twice. But yes, you'll get that. You have that. You are owed that on skill checks.
At the end, it's you have like the little bit of story role playing, telling me you have the option to go and speak to a psychologist, just to do your family thing, to see how. So
That's good with bonds. That's
Yeah.
good with bonds.
But this
I
is all
think
kind of one event, I think, isn't it? Really, to be honest.
Mhm,
We're not stopped.
but in the rules, I think he's right. I think you do get a chance to try to at least improve,
because
some
that
skills.
would determine whether or not this hits my breaking point. Because if I was able to have it's a single point difference. So if I was able to have a single point benefit in between sessions, then that would matter. If we were
How about
treating
this?
this as one single session, then that would be then this is a mental break, which is fine with me. I'm not trying to argue one way or the other. I just wanted to be clear about what we're doing rules wise, because I love the crunch of Delta Green rules.
I would say this is all one session, really, to be honest.
Okay,
We've not
it's all
had
one
any
session.
we've had. Oh, it's not up to me, but I think we haven't had a time to. We've just kept going. We haven't stopped to have a cup of coffee. I think it's. I don't know. Whoops, Lizzie.
And that's great.
Yeah,
I mean, for a Delta Green episode, if this was on TV
great.
or something, you'd want to see it that way.
What is the mechanical?
I know what temporary insanity looks like for you.
Okay.
It
Okay.
means in this situation, yeah, and you can reject it, obviously. In this situation, what it means is always coming back to the fact that, and you're having a hard time getting around to, you just left behind a septic tank filled with burning gasoline, burning bodies, and some ghastly thing.
But
was once called.
But I haven't seen that the end result is that the job is done. That it is still a loose end.
Yeah, you're getting a feeling of, how about this? It sounds like a feeling of hopelessness. Like there's no way that this ends with me not being arrested for murder.
I mean, I don't think
That's my
Christopher
pitch.
murdered anyone.
Well, but I'm going. This is the way in which I'm going insane, at least temporarily.
Gotcha.
So it's like I'm just ultra hyper terrified of getting arrested.
The temporary insanity for like losing the 5, the handler chooses either flee, fight, or submit. But if you've gone down past your break point, you'll get a disorder. And somewhere, I don't have the book, there will be like a list of disorders, and there will be like a trigger. So next time you encounter something that triggers the event, you'll get
shoot!
You can pick the disorder, Christopher. You can pick the disorder.
I wish it said, because
there are so many holy balls.
Oh, you got it. Oh, good, cool. I really wish it would give page numbers for this things, if I'm honest.
No, if you want them, I'll be your anyflip.com.
I've got the book somewhere.
But also,
I don't know what you're talking about, guys, but I think I know what you're talking about. The fucking internet.
I've heard of it before. Anyway, I'm not sponsored, and I'm not. I wish I had made money.
We don't condone.
What don't we condone, Butters?
Anything illegal.
anything illegal.
Of course. Yes,
We're
we're
happy
playing
to-
make believe. This is all fantasy. This is all entertainment. It's not real life.
It's all a dream. I used to read
Also-
Word Up magazines.
We should possibly also be looking into exhaustion if you're going to get super country, because we've been up for a long time.
Yes.
But just take a couple of benzos.
I mean, chain smoking is an actual mechanic in this game.
Yeah, I like that. They have actually. You can get addicted to stuff.
Oh, nice.
Well,
nice,
not even
nice.
just
Change
that.
this.
Like you could. I listened to a campaign where like all of the characters were smokers in their own right, and for immersion's sake, like they all talked about their individual. And if you've ever smoked cigarettes, you get it. Their mannerisms, like saving the lucky and whatnot.
Well, apparently, if you use the exhaustion rules, using stimulants or chain smoking, you remove the penalty for 1d6 hours
Mm-hmm.
or 2d6 for hard drugs. It doesn't restore any willpower, and it costs you more. There's a penalty, a cost for using it.
I didn't know
More
it
and more to get it
in
working.
hard drugs.
Just
Well, I think you guys are
Get into
probably
some heroin.
professional. I think you guys are probably
I've never been so
professional chain
excited
smokers
to get into
and know how to guzzle a
fictionally get
fucking
into
gallon of boiled
drug
coffee.
usage.
So if you feel the need to stave off some exhaustion, you all get a free like 1d6 roll, and that's how many hours more you can stave that off before I'm going to start affecting your skills. And we
if
can
you,
do it for a group. Do a group roll too, just 1d6, and say that's
Sure.
where we're at.
We share a pot of coffee.
Drinking or sedatives give us a plus 20 bonus to the SAN roll to get a full night's
Sandy,
the next edition.
Well-
likely the next disorder. But yeah,
I need
that's
to get hydrated, so I'm going to grab something more to drink, and you guys decide what you're going to do at the side of your next move, because we all know where we are, and we know the woman's unconscious. So I'll be right back.
do we want to just make this a straight up? And do we want to make this a straight up break?
It's not a bad idea.
Yes, I think that's a great idea. I think it's a great idea. We've been going for hour and a half straight, 2 hours straight. I think we just went right into it.
6:30 is when we started on our time, so an hour and a half.
Perfect. Yeah, let's take a
So,
break.
Come back at 8:10 or 8:15.
8:15 Central.
8:15 Central. 7:15.
Okay, we're taking a 10-minute break.
All right.
Sweet.
Well, it appears that someone left their phone on. Hello, YouTube watchers. How are you finding it so far?
Okie dokie. Okay, I'm good to go. I'm back. Howdy ho! Oh, the drink.
Hello.
Hello.
Yo.
I'm not wearing my glasses again, am I? Damn it.
You know, the Suburban is the only vehicle that doesn't look like it's got shit shot out of it.
Oh yeah, because I missed all my shots at it.
I played roly-poly in a Suburban as a child.
It's going to be
Fun.
hell to pay when we try and return this car.
I mean, they didn't give us bulletproof
Do we
windows.
have to
on them.
return the car? What if we fucked up the car, came back, and the Suburban was like, yeah, they trashed our car, but we were able to make it back with this, and we
With the
took everything sensitive from the car.
from the carnage that you guys have created, at some point on the drive back to the capital city,
Nuh-uh.
cops are going to be.
Nuh-uh.
Okay, yeah. There's a dead.
I don't think David agrees with you.
I know it doesn't, but there's a. Is there not
I
a
made an
dead body in? Isn't there a dead body in the middle of the road with a spent tear gas canister nearby?
Well, we're going to clean all that up before we go.
Like I said, that brings me to at some point, and cleaning stuff up sounds like one of those places where law enforcement is going to roll up in response because someone drove by, someone stopped, someone saw this.
There's been a
And,
lot of gunfire.
and there's been a lot of gunfire.
I mean, I thought we were pretty much in the middle of nowhere at 4 a.m.
Well, now it's like 5 or 6. It's going,
Right.
time is moving, and it is the United States of America. And we're in like
Yeah, but they get
West
out of bed
Virginia.
all day in America.
So,
Uh,
there's stuff going on. There's a reclamation project going on at Pawnsville Mine in the middle of the night. Sure, there's none of that traffic going on, but in the morning, that gate's going to start getting opened, and something's going to happen.
right, we've got the 2 cars.
So my question to you, gentlemen, to the players, is where you're in control of that. Where would you like this to occur and how? Because you are federal FBI agents. You better start thinking about why you have a woman with a blown off leg in your car. Why is the car shot up? And why is there a dead body in the road? I see the complications that you're going to have to start talking to other law enforcement agencies, including your handler, pretty soon.
If we get to the point we're talking to other official agencies, we're screwed, to be honest. We've got the 2 cars.
Why are you screwed? Why are you screwed? Why can't it just be called? it's just some type of, these people are trying to steal something. Why can't you be like you were there to arrest these people or something like that? I don't see why you guys can't come up with a story to explain this. That's not.
I don't know how much of a story we need. We're talking to small town law enforcement.
Oh, true.
Federal
FBI
agents. Like, I'm just saying, we are in the middle of an ongoing investigation and cannot discuss.
Cannot even be here.
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to mean that you're not going to get to the only thing that I can see, and that's great. I love this. Is that just mean all that means, and what's important to your game master, your keeper, is that means you won't be getting back to Capital City till like 8 in the evening. Because it's not like, hey guys, it's not a quick conversation. What you just described can happen and will happen. But
I mean, cops are rolling up. Like as we're trying to take care of this body. I mean, like, yeah, I have full confidence that we're flashing badges. We're saying, hey, we're federal agents. We're in the middle of an investigation.
Until that happens, or that encounter happens, one of us goes back in the car, one of the cars, probably the shot up one, to collect the body in the road. We have to leave the blood, just grab the body in the gun and what have you. That we'll have to dispose of. The car.
And the other one probably has to be with me, with Christopher Weldon, because I am the loose end.
The one that's not damaged. You shove the lady in the trunk. Gaga, she's already bound. Gaga, stuck in the trunk. Clean up the best we can. The two stay behind, clean up the best they can.
And I administer first aid to make sure she doesn't bleed out or anything like that.
You already did that. That's good. That's
yeah. No, I just want to make doubly sure that I don't want to have to retcon that.
You guys
checking in on his patient.
We arranged to meet
before she's tossed in the trunk. Looking good. Vitals are good.
Yeah,
Christopher.
When we were driving up here, is it like Virginia? So is it kind of wooded and stuff?
West Virginia. Yeah. So it's until you get to Interstate 81 and cross the West Virginia line, it's not only wooded, it's hilly too.
We're arrange to meet up again because you guys need to get the her in the trunk, drive away, leave that scene. I'll go back, get the body of the guy on the road. We'll meet up somewhere. And we'll have to dispose of the car, the Crown Vic.
Can we take all this to our agency?
We can't drive the
magic containment area.
Well, we can't drive the Crown Vic around because it looks like it's being involved in a huge gunfight.
Yep. As soon as you pass a county sheriff, a state police, a concerned citizen, you're going to get pulled over. It's just So
I don't know if we can do all that without getting too much attention. It's still a bit early, but presumably there'll be people starting to move around.
Why don't we bring the Crown Vic back to the cabin with the body?
No, we don't want to go back to the cabin.
Okay.
Because if I get caught moving the body, we don't want to go, oh look, there's a cabin nearby with smoke coming out of
it. What's in this septic tank? Why is there
we've got like 3 crime scenes that we don't want to connect.
Okay.
Agreed.
I don't know. I'm just this is just my point of view. So
that makes sense to me. I imagine Geeter and Williamson have these conversations about what to do in these situations.
And Weldon at a certain point just kind of inserts himself and says, hey, would it affect the conversation if I said I have a connection at the local PD?
It might do.
The local what?
We need it. He has a connection with the local police department.
I mean, we have a connection with the federal departments.
Yeah.
Right.
The problem is we're not really police. We're not federal agents. We're not doing this official. None of this is official. This is a Delta Green operation. Our Our
I'm
official
saying is-
bosses will go, "What the fuck are you doing out in West Virginia? None of this has got no paper trail. There's not a case you're working on. We just, from what our perspective, you just gone rogue and killed a load of people for some
No,
reason."
but having the SIAC in your pocket is a big trump card.
It depends. It depends on how Delta Green you go. We're a government conspiracy. I don't know when they became the
and
president.
it also depends on how much you will
He-
allow me to go.
And he's not.
Because
He will burn us.
am I?
So
Are you saying that you have to kill Christopher, or is that what you're saying?
I'm saying we need a chat with the handler over it. But with Delta Green, it depends on the time zone, time period. I can't remember when they became.
Depends on the time zone. Is he awake right now, or did we miss his bedtime by 2 hours?
It involves the time period because I don't know when. I think after 9/11, before 9/11, they were the cowboy years. These were just individuals who knew the mythos existed and were prepared to do the best.
Knew
they
that
could.
what existed?
They knew the mythos.
Yeah, you're running loose, and
After
Garvic
9/11.
Nurse is your juice behind that.
We're not.
That's it. That's all you know. That's all you know, right?
Basically, you've got to think of us as secret agents / terrorist cells.
Yeah, so he's gonna come up with your cover story while you were in West Virginia.
Yeah, our FBI Connect has the clout that keeps us going. That's my understanding.
I don't know, because how is he going to explain it?
But also, do we trust that person?
I mean, we do.
And also, where is?
Oh, it's
Christopher
easy.
Weldon in all of
It's easy.
this?
You throw that
Civilian.
fucking bag of cocaine that you guys keep for these things. It's
Yeah,
like you're
look,
making a drug
there's a
bust.
little bit
or
of-
some
there's a little bit of
Planet
cocaine
Fitness.
on the body.
Planting drugs,
Just sprinkle
resorting
some
to
cocaine on the
planting
body.
drugs. Oh my god!
Oh yeah, that's the biggest shortcut right there, right?
These
Just
are
plant
bad
something
people.
illegal on.
But we're not
soon.
planting to get them in
Dealing with-
trouble. They're already dead. We're doing this to keep the secret organization secret.
Fair enough.
I think if we I don't know if it hasn't happened yet, but we have to really avoid any official entanglements.
Exactly, and this is your mulligan.
We
This is the
must
first one.
maintain plausible
I was saying,
deniability.
it sounds like our keeper is
at
giving
all
it to
costs.
us. I think we should take it.
Yeah, as I said, it depends how far you want to go.
I'm giving it with good game logic. If you disagree,
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Yeah, I say
well,
we put our car into the woods, and
You
I
know,
would say we call we get to a phone in the Suburban. We get to a phone, and
Rest stop, maybe.
yeah, and talk to the handler. I'd say we talked about sending a cleanup crew to get the car, but also we are a cleanup crew.
well, the Crown Vic, you're not pushing that into the woods. The reason is, before you'd be able to get that accomplished, you're talking to cops.
Okay,
And
then
then,
yeah, we
you
just
know,
we
and
flash
then
badges. We
crime
say there's a
scene
private
tape goes up.
investigation. You can call
Tow
this.
trucks arrive.
You can call this person.
I mean, Route 901 is shut down in both directions.
All right, yeah, we're here to help get everything cleared out. That doesn't belong to agency secrets.
And the Crown Vic's going to get towed. The Suburban's going to get impounded. And you guys are going to be offered a ride back to Capital City.
By whom?
State troopers to the West Virginia state line, where the Garvic nurse is going to meet you guys in another
I'm good
Crown
with that.
Vic. That means that the victim, the arrestee, is being transported via a ambulance to a hospital to be stabilized and eventually transferred to a hospital in Capital City. No, you don't
We would
see
like
that?
to. Well, we
Well,
would like to
no,
argue.
Mark, you're right. I mean, Johnson, you're hiding her in the trunk of the Crown Vic.
She's an evil
But-
sorceress.
Yeah, no, she needs to come back to the agency with us. For
I guess it's time. I know, but
our agency has its own medical. If anyone asks, like we got our own medical staff who will take care of her. We've already stabilized the patient.
Then Garvik nurse sends out Dennis Murphy, the fucking the FBI's. He's the doctor for the Capital City branch. Dennis Murphy looks over the health and well-being of the agents. So I guess they'll send him with an ambulance to take care of that.
Yeah, because I'd like to have her like questioned back at the agency as soon as possible.
I mean, she's taken to under Dennis Murphy's administration, the FBI doctor, to Capital City University Medical Center.
I mean, does he even know about this?
No, he's got a fucking lot of questions for you. Garvik nurse has got a lot of questions for you. You want to roll into that section of our game?
Yeah, and this person's aware of Delta Green, right?
Yeah, he's your handler. He's like,
That's what I'm making sure.
He's Jay.
Garvik nurse. I posted some information about him. I don't know if you all got a chance to read it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. DG contact for Capital City, 33-year-old special agent in charge of the Capital City offices of the FBI. Likes to meet at the Calypso and Crown Point in South Capital City. Apparently is in solid with the bartender, which is quite the statement. Must be a very small establishment. For it to have
it's a dive bar in Crown Point.
But the bartender knows not to recognize a high-ranking FBI agent's drinks in his establishment. So those probably all of his drinks probably go on their spill tab.
But you're not.
And all of those drinks get 1d4 back for first aid.
So he's meeting you guys in the car, and you know what? There's on the way back through when you got through West Virginia, a little bit of Virginia before you get into Maryland again, and you're heading to Capital City. So some historic, like fucking battlefield, Civil War battlefield is where he would pull over to have the conversation.
Lexington, Kentucky.
So you're looking, what we got about now, instead of 4, we got 5 people in a Crown Vic. So there's the bouncer in the back seat, Weldon, Williamson. You seem to be the one that would want to sit in the back seat.
It probably seats 6, right?
Yeah. So Geider.
Oh yeah, no one pulls up that console. Rides bitch.
Oh, and there's that fucking footlocker. Where's that going?
That was in the trunk.
That's staying in the trunk, probably.
Okay, so I guess you'd want to, let's go over that. Let's take a look at this footlocker. What is this woman talking about the plate?
Yes, I mean, we double check it.
And what the fuck is going on with Baughman? Obviously, you found something, right? He wasn't clean.
Williamson, what's your I don't know, human and persuasion?
I don't know if you would know that. It's metagaming in a way.
Well, I mean, you and I know who's better at talking to people.
Yeah, because you guys been working together for a while. A little bit, I think. No, you came up from New Orleans. But anyways.
Yeah, but I thought he came up from New Orleans a couple months ago.
There you go. So, yeah, you guys know each other's personality.
What is it? Humor in 60 and persuade is 50.
Yeah, it sounds like you're our talker.
Oh, good.
Talk to me, Williamson. What's going on? Baughman was doing nothing. This was supposed to be just clean and done, stamp of approval. What the fuck is going on?
The background information wasn't correct. We're kind of left to hang out and dry. Baughman had another property. It seems that he was keeping his wife there. It doesn't appear that she died. I don't know. There's this locker. It's got some kind of occult Native American nonsense on it. There's some reel-to-reel tapes we haven't watched yet. Maybe they will explain.
Where's his wife
on.
now? I didn't see her in the initial report here statement to the Heron County sheriff.
She was kept in a septic tank on the property of the cabin, and we followed Clyde Baughman's instructions. We disposed of her in an inferno. We set the septic tank on fire, burnt her and 2 bodies of the assailants who had tried to ambush us at the cabin. The 2 assailants seem to be involved with this lady who we got in the trunk somewhere, or the hospital.
Yeah, she needs to be taken care of medically. I told you where she's gone. She's going to the Capital City Medical Center. She's going to be detained. We can talk to her when Dr. Murphy says we can talk to her. But is there anything that we just drove away from that's going to lead the cops to this wife?
Honestly, I don't know. It's a complete.
Well, we probably.
What do you mean you don't know, Williamson? This is your fucking job.
We tried to do our job. It just went tits up. It went pear-shaped.
Well,
the police.
Another night at the opera is what you're telling me?
Oh, I don't know what the local police have got. To be honest, they've probably got the body of the guy that we picked up. I don't know if he had any documents on him.
Yeah. You guys got his name. His name is Hannibal Barlow. You've walked away. They've got the body, or the FBI. I guess can decide.
Our organization should be doing something with that.
Yeah. So Garvik's already got knows him. His ID is New Orleans as well, a residence in New Orleans. How we're going to stay ahead of this, right?
Sorry.
How do we stay ahead of this? Is there anything we need to stay ahead of this? All I see is we need to just chase down everything we can about the woman we got. Her name is Filipina Davies. Filipina Davies. And it appears that she is the owner and was co-owner with her late father, Victor Davies, of a bookbinding company in New Orleans. Official residence, we're still getting that up.
Well, if we went to let's start again. We went to Clyde Baughman's apartments. We did a sweep and clear. The only thing we found of interest was the cabin, the location of this extra building.
Tell me you didn't leave anything. Tell me you didn't leave anything about the cabin at Baughman's apartment.
No, we took the paperwork and the key and a set of keys.
Good. We keep that. We keep that, and we burn that shit.
The only problem we also have is we have 2 civilians with us who interrupted us.
Yes, Mr. Christopher Weldon, and he looks to the bouncer guy. How do you feel about what's going on? Because it's my mind is to cut you guys loose, and we never see you guys again. But Williamson, Guider, you tell me.
It's not my call, sir.
I'm asking your opinion, Williamson. I want your fucking opinion.
Oh, God. They've seen too much. I also recommend that we transfer that lady away from the hospital because she seems to have some kind of abilities to influence minds.
I'll tell Murphy to keep her sedated. At least I can do that. I can get that done for the next 24 hours.
Good call, Chief.
Mr. Weldon
And then
would prove to be an asset. He's a social worker. He has access to information that may be handy for the organisation. And Mr. Benghazi seems, I don't know, he's a bouncer. He doesn't really have any use, but he does have, he was looking for information about cannibals in the underground and the sewers. So I don't know if that's any use to the organisation or not, but we are compromised.
Well,
it's compromised. We're kind of done.
Can I kind of nudge my partner and remind him about the pictures? Show him the pictures.
I thought, what, autopsy pictures?
The pictures of the corpse, or the really drained corpses.
That's Chris.
Yeah, but I mean, you can present, like, you can let our boss know that's a thing.
Oh yeah.
And then I look to Christopher and ask him if he wants to, if he wouldn't mind handing us those pictures again.
I wouldn't mind as long as I get to keep my life.
I don't think that's going to be an option. But this is to help get to the bottom of what happened to your brother and what happened to Clyde Baughman.
You want something from me, and
we did just save your life like 3 times.
Sure. And I'm trying to preserve it a 4th, rather than just become a momentary asset until you get what you want.
Become what?
Momentary asset. As Garvett chokes down another lucky strike and believes and pitches to you, Weldon, that to stay alive.
And I pull out.
You're looking at the 3 people on the planet Earth that can do that. That's his pitch.
And I say, do you mind? And I point at my little fanny pack that's got my my hand rolled American Spirits in it.
Yeah, he says no problem. No.
After all of this, I would love to have this again. Also, yeah, I'll help. I just want a little bit of assurance of my continued existence. That's all. I think that's a reasonable.
I'd like to sidebar with Williamson real quick, and should we just have them kind of deputize Mr. Weldon and kind of be part of the pack? Like we do the rookies.
Yeah, we'll just label him an informant, right?
Yeah, Mr. Weldon, is that
in
a position you get paid for?
Yeah,
player to player.
That's his MO. He likes to just throw down informant.
And Justin, just so you know, you're like all of the characters at this point would know that even if Christopher Weldon doesn't know anything of any value, he firmly believes that there is something paranormal in existence, primarily because of the circumstances of his brother's death, which is part of why he has autopsy pictures that he shouldn't have. But he has already demonstrated fully that he believes in the possibility of these kind of like.
I mean, yeah, I'd say that's something we kind of read on people, and that's, I mean,
yeah.
Again, I think I picture Men in Black kind of thing, right? Like,
yeah. And so like that's not something that you have to be concerned about him trying to expose you. Like he's in it to try to figure it out.
Yeah, he seems like he wants to be part of this, and I figure he's kind of earned that right.
Okay.
So I think
so then he
Works for me.
shares the necessary. I need to remind myself it's 1997. I don't go into my Google Drive and add your email addresses. I need to transmit this information.
Garvik is pleased with all this, and he turns to you, Williamson, and says, towards the footlocker, you guys have been going through it and shit. Flip it over and check the bottom of the box. I think there's a false bottom.
Okay.
I had a false bottom once.
There's a brass plate, about thin brass plate about this big, hammered brass, with Sanskrit written on it and some other glyphs.
Oh, look, the brass.
It actually has some punch holes in it. It has 3 punch holes down the side of it as well. That seems to be what the woman was after, wouldn't you say?
Very much so.
She's talking about this plate.
Yeah.
You guys...
Hey, boss. Do you have are you familiar with anything like this?
Yep, I am. Let's see. You're looking at what's known as the Vishnada fragment. It's one of rumored 8 plates of the Rusin manuscript, which is chock full of instructions on how to wreak ungodly hell here on blue-green earth.
We know that
this doesn't work.
Sorry, what was that?
And obviously, we know that it won't work without all 8 being assembled together.
Why is that obvious? That it would work and that it would only work in that circumstance?
Because she's looking for it.
Okay.
It's an important relic of some wax splinter of Buddhism. I'm guessing she may have the other 7, is my word. And she was trying to complete the collection.
This is your theory on the lady?
Mm-hmm.
This is Garvik's theory?
Yeah. So why don't we do? Here's what I want you guys to do. Tell me if you're okay with this. Head down to New Orleans, find her house, find what she's got. Is she still looking? Does she have them? Who else is involved? Those are my thoughts.
Couldn't we just ask her?
Oh, I'll be doing the interrogation. Yes. But I think I need to get you guys' asses on the ground in New Orleans as soon as possible, no?
So to break the fourth wall a little bit, this is the ask for the campaign. Like this is where we break away from the one shot to the campaign. Yes.
Absolutely. And I hope it's satisfying, thematic, and a bit cinematic.
No, I think thematically, yeah, absolutely. I think scheduling wise, that might be something to discuss.
Certainly, but we can do that later. We can still just game right now, right?
Oh yeah. No, I'm not talking.
We'll worry about the future later. And if you want to start talking about, I'm good to game for as long as you guys want to go. Tonight, right now.
Gotcha. Yeah, I got another hour or two.
Yeah, I was planning on about 11.
Fantastic. Christopher, your question is due noted. I move that we table that discussion till the end of the game.
Sure.
All in favor, say aye. Motion
Aye,
passes.
yeah.
Christopher, I'm trying to show you how awesome you are and how much I want you to love what we're doing here.
And you say that you're saying this is the handler, right?
Yes, as your keeper, as your game master.
Oh yeah, no. I totally enjoy this. I just it's the logistics are the only thing that I'm concerned.
Yeah, just saying we can't commit to a weekly game yet.
Understood. And I'm suggesting we table that to discussion till the end of the game.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm trying to figure out what it is I'm trying to respond to right this second.
Okay. What you're responding to is, I guess, is Garvik Nurse asking you guys to get your asses down to New Orleans.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
He's gonna book some plane tickets at Dulles International Airport and get you guys flown down.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, like
get some rest.
Maybe some first class.
There's no first
class. Elbow room
in the FBI. You're lucky I'm not sending you guys down on the Greyhound. What's a defunct? Was Eastern Airlines still in existence? No, they weren't in '97. Delta. It's a Delta flight. Connection in Atlanta. 4-hour layover.
As long as we don't have to go near Chicago O'Hare, I'm fine.
Nope. I can't get a good deal.
O'Hare's the worst. O'Hare is the worst.
All right. So here's what Garvik has to offer for information on Philippa Davis. And one is the Davies Bookbinders store in, the French Quarter of New Orleans. And she lives, the residence and of her late father, she's inherited the property, is Sunset Hall on Davies Landing, which is, like one of those island communities off the coast of Louisiana. Certain times of the year, you can only get there by ferry. Otherwise, there is a wooden bridge that drives onto the island from the mainland. No phone service on Davies Landing. So he wants you to turn over both the bookstore and the residence. Those are your instructions.
The home is on an island, not both of them, correct?
That is correct. Yep, the bookstore is in downtown New Orleans.
And we're looking for. What are we looking for?
We're looking to see if she has the other
Information on the
7
other
brass
set.
plates. The rest of the plates.
Or info on where they might be.
And we know some information about those plates. Like, do we know? Are they Native American related? And if so, like, do we know?
They're not Native
Tribe
American.
or-
No.
They're brass
No,
plates written in Sanskrit.
Sanskrit with a connection to a splinter of Buddhism.
Oh, okay.
Is where they come from. He knows some of the background. Now that what's uncovered with what Baughman has been doing, it looks like at least one thing you can do with the plate is bring the dead back to life in some horrible fashion. Because he never told us he had that. He never told us he had these reel-to-reel tapes. He never told us that he had this fucking, he holds up the iron thing and the other. And Williamson, you say this is like Native American stuff? I mean, I can't connect Native American stuff with Vajrayana Buddhism. But she knows about the plate. Baughman obviously knew how to use it to raise the dead.
Okay.
So find those plates.
Well, before we go, if Chris is happy to join the organisation in some form or other, some of us need medical attention. We probably need clean weapons. So if something goes wrong in New Orleans, we're not going to get compromised again. Replacement body armor, because some of that's got holes in it. We need to, or someone needs to check the 2 reel-to-reel tapes that are in the locker box. Maybe that explains something. We need someone to translate the Sanskrit. The Native American book that needs to be gone through. See if that's has anything involved in this. Maybe millions and millions of years ago, Native Americans and Buddhists were all together. She needs to be interrogated somehow, probably whilst gagged. I don't know. If we can have any information about the bookstore, anything that Garvik can provide us with, maps, etc. of New Orleans, spending cash.
Yep.
I'll be picking up a hire car at the airport. We need. Are we going as?
You're going on FBI agents following up on the contraband we planted in the Suburban.
Okay. So we're still going as Josh and Felix. Okay.
What's our time frame to get there?
The time frame is the only thing out of Williamson's excellent list that Garvik can't handle is how long do you think it's going to take for you to get cleaned up, sorted, and in good shape for me to fly you down to New Orleans? We're talking 12 hours, 6 hours. What do you need, Williamson?
Well, Felix got shot several times, so.
Oh, Felix, what are the stages of your wounds? Are they superficial because of body armor or like?
Yeah, so it took 3 out of my 14 health.
Is the total damage you've taken?
Yeah.
So that's a first aid test.
Yeah, because I just got the 1 hit.
Yeah. So I think Weldon can keep him on his feet. That looks good. Suck it up, kid. Suck it up, Buttercup.
I mean, we all
and the rain and the chill, Weldon. It's cold. It's cold out here at this.
I think Weldon.
The rain is misting and it's starting to turn into a drizzle.
So
You've looked at the monuments of the Confederate dead.
Ozzy. Chris, how are you covering your leave of absence from work as a social worker?
Can y'all hear me all right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think in the time since his younger brother's death, he has been taking less and less and less and less time off of work to a point where he never takes time off of work. And I think he's got a lot banked at this point.
Book some holidays.
And I mean, he does not like. He may get along with people he works with, but like none of them are his best friends. Like he will take off as much as he needs to, and I think he's got the ability to.
Do you have any work bonds? Are any of your bonds like work related? Because it could be like a.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I've got work adjacent, but not direct.
Yeah, and so that's I think the only thing in as we explore this game because we're all at least I'm playing this for the first time, and I thought that was what's Delta Green all about. So I would say yes. At some point, I would at some point say, yeah, we gotta roll against your bond with work, and that all that description that you gave is great because then we can say, does it really stress your relationship with work or not? Simple. So it either did or it didn't. And there's
So we're talking about the part where Christopher went past his breaking point. Yeah. Is that what you're getting at?
No, I was. Well, yeah, I guess so. I could consider
because I think that could apply in Chris's particular situation. That could apply in any of the 3 different bonds he has. But in the spirit of the game, like he's taken a hit. It makes perfect sense to me that may stress a bond of his.
Fantastic.
Even if it's not someone he works with directly. I mean, he's gonna vent just like anyone else, or maybe it's not even venting. Maybe he just says, maybe because of the role he says an offhand comment that doesn't mean anything to him, but the person he's talking to, like it messes them up, and that's a bond of his, and it damages their bond. Like whatever you want. I'll roll some dice. Love rolling dice.
I don't think we're not there for that yet. You've laid the tracks very well. Weldon, I lost my train of thought. Okay. But that was good. You've laid the tracks, Weldon, on that.
Also, can Gavik get us any information about the hitmen? The 3 guys.
Yes, he can. Those are they look like they either are employed by the bookbinder company or are known associates of low-level organized crime in New Orleans. They do have a record. They are known. Okay. And they are known to be, so.
Do they have any unusual tattoos, etc.? Are they all marked with a...
Only Davies has some markings, what you call a tattoo.
Is that the woman or?
Right,
okay. And what is it?
It's a weird looking branch.
I take it no one in the organization knows what that represents. So it could be just be a normal tattoo.
It's obviously.
Can I make an occult roll?
I mean, it's a symbol of the Cthulhu mythos. So, what does Delta's Green speak on that?
Dunno.
Yes.
We wouldn't know.
Cthulhu lore. Let's roll them.
I have no unnatural. I have no idea.
Well,
Okay,
what
does
would
anyone-
that actual skill be?
Is it an elder sign? The original design.
Yeah. And I think Garvik is going to be the guy that's going to know that. I just don't want to take away player agency here, but yeah, he's going to say that's fucking elder sign. And that's bad news.
That's
like I
news.
said, world wrecking shit.
I love
And
the
that's what
description
we're
of
here for, guys, to stop world wrecking shit.
The elder sign's a sign of protection.
You're way too trusting of things you read, Williamson.
I'm mitigating. Williamson doesn't know this.
Okay. So what's the time frame between this cleanup and when do you guys think that you would realistically be on the ground in New Orleans?
I would heavily suggest Christopher would heavily suggest probably before it gets to any of this conversation, we need to go and collect that dude and his body.
Which dude?
The dude's body and his heavy weapons from the.
Oh no,
we did that.
The authorities.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a whole police that went through proper channels. It was taped up. Vehicles were towed.
So we didn't even get
Traffic was blocked. That route was shut down for like the fucking day. I mean, it's going to make newspapers. It's going to make West Virginia newspapers. It may even hit newspapers in Capital City. It's actually that dramatic, wouldn't you think? No? What do you think the media spread of this incident is going to be?
I'm trying not to think of it.
I really hope that it isn't.
Oh, it's
I would
coming,
imagine.
says Garvin. There's no way to hide this. We got bodies in the street, guys. We got bodies in the fucking street. But that's the way it goes. It's a messy. It's a night at the opera, right, Williamson? Right?
I think it takes us a couple of days to get to New Orleans because we need a bit of patching up. We've been up all day, all night.
We need like a full 24 hours to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I can do for you.
Chris has
While
got
you
a
guys
booking
get your
for
head,
holidays.
will you get yourself squared away? Is I'll have the FBI in New Orleans have a watch on the bookstore and watch traffic in and out of Davies Landing until you guys can get there and take over.
So you can get rest on the ride over there.
At least you'll know he can immediately get on the phone and at least know who's coming and going and get eyes on the bookstore and Sunset Hall or at least Davies Landing, because we got a controlled exit and entrance on that wooden bridge going to the island. That's all. That's just support he's giving, because he's expecting once you get there, you'll be like, okay, we're taking over the investigation. Thanks, guys. You've been great. You can go to lunch.
Yes, we need.
Garvik is psyched. He likes it. He likes the work that we're doing here, guys. We're ahead of this. We're ahead of this. This one's going to go our way.
We are, as long as I don't read the newspapers and read that we've got her in custody. We're solid otherwise.
Oh, no. I've already got things going on that. The charges are going to be, so you guys know, the story is going to be like, it's going to be cocaine smuggling. There's a connection, New Orleans to fucking Capital City.
Yeah, but if the people in New Orleans read it, they know it's going to be a lie because they know she works with them. She wasn't smuggling drugs. She was going up there to get a brass plate.
She's a book dealer. Who knows book dealers? Like,
well, she's able to.
Are you saying that book
Roy
dealers
Gunman.
don't do crimes, Williamson? Are you saying that there are certain people in this country that just don't do crimes?
No, but
Okay.
people in her
Okay.
organisation will know why she came up here. It wasn't so they know they could possibly know we're coming.
Who?
Oh, unless her organisation is very, very small and consists of her and the people we shot.
Who's
Anybody else
watching her?
involved?
I have never heard of this woman. I don't know where she's come from. She's a wild card. She's just popped up with this shit. What do you mean? You're thinking that we know what she's been doing?
No, but
He
the people in
thinks
her
that we protest too much.
the people in New Orleans will.
Who are these people in New Orleans you're talking about? You're losing me, Williams.
She's a
When
member.
you say they, that's just all I'm missing. Who are these they?
Well,
And now it's
like I
raining
said,
really hard, and Garvik is starting to get irritated. You can see because he's stamping in the rain,
yeah.
and he can't light his cigarettes, so he goes under the tree next to the fucking picnic table.
Well,
And
you're
he's still
sending
waiting
us
for
to
you.
New
Well, I'm waiting for you,
Orleans.
Williamson. Clear it up for me. Lights another one.
If you're sending us down to New Orleans to clear it up, there may be other members of her organisation. If it's released in the paper that we have her, even if it's on drug charges, they know that she didn't come up here for drugs. So they will probably go, "Ha, she's been captured."
Okay.
Someone may be
we'll
coming
have to
down to
bury
see
her.
us.
All right. Well, we'll just bury the name, I guess, of the suspect. I don't know. That's a
Doesn't
good one.
Doesn't matter. Sorry.
I'll get back to you on that one.
Your boss has just been captured.
That's why I like to hustle you down there to get ahead of it, you know, in your ragged ass shape. If you could get there before that, you'd be ahead of it, right?
I'm fine. I didn't get shot.
I mean, I agree. I don't know what you're going to run into down there. If you think you're going to run into a gang of fucking hoods, cultists, and cocaine dealers,
I would like it if you could delay at least the publication of her name. You could just put her down as
I'll work on
Jane Doe or something for a while.
I'll work on it.
Thank you.
I can get it from the capital city end. The problem is going to be that squirrely bullshit county, Morgan County, West Virginia.
It's an ongoing investigation, therefore we cannot release the names to the press at this time.
I'll have to dig up some dirt on the local sheriff or something like that. Get them to shut up if they think they want to talk. Donut eating yokels. Great. So what are you guys bringing to New Orleans?
We need a new ride.
Well, we'll
We're
fly you
flying
down there.
Yeah, rent a car.
Oh, speak, Christopher. Your hand is up.
Sorry, say that again.
You had your hand up. There was a flag notice that said you would like to speak.
Oh no,
was that accidental?
That was
Okay.
accident.
Okay. Continue, gentlemen.
As far as planning for what we're gonna take with us to our destination, is there a list I have to pick from, or is it just like?
No, I want to know what you want. There's no list. You just, if there's anything that you think you need, now's the time.
Well, I mean, since I'm not
time.
Like, do I
get
the first tour of the Men in Black agency, and I could just I get access to everything?
Yes. I'll tell you. Yeah. It's in the Highlands District, North Capital City, near the government buildings and shit, and City Hall, is the FBI building, and that's where it is. And there's Dr. Dennis Murphy. You can talk to him anytime. It's in a 3-story building. They're on the first floor. There's offices on the other 2. There's a helicopter on the roof. Chet Atkins is a hotshot pilot. But he keeps him local. He's just straight up FBI. Yeah, that's what you got. That's what you got for FBI facilities in downtown Capital City. And as an informant, I don't know how FBI agents and informants make contact and meet with each other, but I think you could just, as an informant, you pull up in the parking garage and go to the office.
I would just take my normal equipment with me, the pistol. The only extra thing I would like to take an unregistered drop gun if need be.
Oh, Delta Green specializes in that. That's like buying packs of gum at the convenience store.
So body armor. No, I'm not taking anything that links to me. So I'll like copies.
He recommends then body armor from the local FBI in New Orleans. They can throw that in the trunk of your car. Unless you're just saying, were you saying you're not taking any body armor?
I don't want anything linking to me officially.
Well, can we get some of that from the agency headquarters in New Orleans?
Absolutely.
So we can kind of re-equip after we get there.
Yeah. There's some benefits from being actually an FBI agent. That 100% is getting that kind of cooperation.
I'm not though.
Oh, you're not? You're not?
No, I'm customs.
I thought. Oh, you're a customs agent. Oh,
because I got this wrong.
That's okay. I guess. Well, Capital City does have a harbor, and customs is a big deal. And I mean, it's a big harbor. Like Capital City is a major shipping port.
Because normally, what the handler would do will go. You start off as a random collection of people. From firemen to doctors to agents, and then the handler will go, okay, we need you to do this job. Say it's like there's some strange thing going on a Superfund site, so we will give covers of environmental agents.
We did that in the first session. We spent an inordinate amount of time on that. We hammered that for fucking minutes, didn't we? No.
What we had in the trunk?
We did that. No, when we first started to play the game, what Butters is bringing up, I thought we handled masterfully and artfully. No, you disagree?
I'll get some interference. Sorry, static.
What I said was, didn't we already do that and do it exceedingly well?
Yes. I'll just take my.
I'm confused why you're bringing it up.
Well, it doesn't matter. I have a tendency to derail things. I'm trying not to derail too much. I'll to take my normal equipment then. Nothing special.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if we think this is a good place to stop and start breaking down the hard work that we've been doing for 2 sessions, I'm well willing to do that too. My players, how can I serve you best?
Let's just, if anybody else has got anything to say, let's fly to New Orleans, get a hotel, introduce ourselves to the local FBI office, find out what has been happening whilst we spent the last 2 days recovering, getting better and getting gear. See if there's been any weird movements out of the building. See if we can get access to floor plans, etc.
Another thing,
Yeah.
we're talking about moving multiple states away. Was the original idea for all of us to fly down?
Yes, that's how Garvik Nurse imagines you getting there. On the
We're
FBI
trying to do it in
side,
a very timely manner, right?
yeah, yep. Because where are those plates? When they know that,
My only reason in asking for that clarification is there a possibility, is there a world that we could argue for one of us to drive down, the only reason for doing so being to be able to transport whatever it is that we may want to transport? That would be a lot easier.
Garvik would love you to do that. Garvik would love you to do that.
And so, like, maybe one person or two people maybe could do that, while the other two fly down.
What is it that you want to bring that you think would be better driven down? What piece of gear are you after?
There's nothing that.
Here it is, Williamson. And you've asked
No,
this before. You don't want anything that traces back to you. So any outside gear, what Weldon is suggesting sounds like a good battle supply wagon that can be rolled down to New Orleans and stashed somewhere as your backup Delta Green resource.
Well, I thought the FBI location there was going to be our.
Do you know, Guider, you know how quickly things go to shit when it's a night at the opera? Think ahead, man. Think ahead.
Also, Garvik could mention the famous Delta Green trope of a green box, which is...
What's that? I don't know that. I didn't read that. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
What's the green box, Williamson? You fucking with me, or...
Have you ever seen... basically, it's a Delta Green drop-off site where people will drop off bits and pieces from other missions. So there'd be some clean guns, there'd be some first aid kits, there'd be some weird, wonderful mythos things. There'd be like a bottle of half-drunk whiskey.
That's what Weldon is suggesting to do. He just walked right into that trope.
But he's bringing it in a van.
So it's beautiful. It's organic. It came from us. It's ours. It's the way our Delta Green works.
Okay.
God, Butter, sometimes you just want to hurt us, don't you?
Yes.
Well, you did it.
Thank you. Just to avoid having to write out lists of things later.
Okay. I do have, for better or worse, a pen and a piece of paper. So what do you guys want to have down there when the shit hits the fan? What is this car going to have?
I mean, I think it should have what we had in our trunk before. A few pistols, shotgun, couple of rifles, first aid supplies. Phone if possible.
There's that sport montage music starting to brew up in the background. You can hear it.
What vehicle is this?
What do you like, Christopher? How do you like to slide on the gloves? Do you fondle the keys?
I like to have whatever vehicle has the most poorly known best secret compartment abilities.
Ford Granada.
Did you say a Ford Granada?
Yep, I did.
Did you just make that up?
No, it's a car. I don't know what they look like in 1997. I do know what they look like in 1984.
So it looks like
Fair enough.
they only made them from 75 to 82.
Okay, let's pick a different one then. Buick Skylark?
Sure.
There you go, Buick Skylark. Whatever you're looking for, you find it in a Buick Skylark.
I just want something with some cargo-based plausible deniability. So if we're talking about the 90s, and we don't have sprinters, we have
Joggers?
Can we just
oh
go?
my okay, I'm done. Y'all have a good night. Done. Screw you, Justin. God damn it.
Okay, we made it to the point. Are we ever going to play this
Joggers.
again? Are we ever going to play this again? And
No, that's
yes,
that's
I'm
just
willing,
really.
and when should that be? I don't know. Start talking, guys.
Oh no, I'm just Justin and I go way back, and he just made it a really good joke, knowing me as his audience.
Nice.
I'm
He
trying to
just
think
made
of-
it personal.
Trying to think of late '90s models, cargo situations. What
To the
about
station wagon, like
what a smaller DHL box truck?
Yeah, those
DHL
are
with
dime a dozen.
Yeah, exactly. Smaller one, and it's DHL. No one knows. Like whatever.
It drives like
It's
shit.
like
It
that.
drives like shit if you got to go fast. That's the only thing I'm going to tell you.
All I need is for it to get down there, and maybe like a AAA package.
oh, you're talking about where you're
Nice.
driving down.
Like the AAA angle. Love it. Love it.
Or an equivalent. It doesn't have to be actually AAA. It's the same service.
Oh, yeah. Even one that no one knows. That's even better. That's going in the manual, Weldon. Really glad to have you on board. Really glad to have you on board.
But yeah, so as far as what we want to take down there, yes, Felix, you mentioned a bunch of it. I would like some restraints because I want to lean a little bit more into unarmed combat possibilities. It seems like we're kind of leaning non-lethal.
There's a stat for it. Unarmed combat.
Oh yeah. No, my unarmed is I believe it's a 50%. No, it's a 40%.
Unarmed combat is not lethal. Unless
my
you
unarmed
want it to
combat
be.
is 40%. My small arms, small firearms is 20. That's why I lean toward unarmed.
Yeah, as far as the combat rule goes, firearms, I'm saying it's common sense. Can you use a firearm in a non-lethal way? Yeah, punching someone in the face with it. But if you're shooting at someone, that's lethal damage. Sorry. So yeah,
Unless it's a called shot to a limb.
I think that a called shot was, I forget, was that just a minus 20% to your?
That's what we did
skill?
earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, that's straight out of the rules.
But it's
Very
lethal
smooth,
to that
very
part of the
smooth.
body.
Yes.
A bullet
And I
to the
don't
knee
think
is a bullet to the knee.
we achieved the called shot, and I gave you David Cronenberg like body horror. No, did I not?
Yeah, that made sense to me.
Dune
So-
was on. I watched Dune.
So we're moving down to New Orleans. I think it's
No, I
established
wanted-
that Christopher. Huh? I think it was established that Christopher at least was going to be driving down. It sounds like in like a confiscated DHL box truck.
Mhm.
Probably a 12-footer.
Mhm.
12-footer, eh?
That's big. You probably don't you want smaller?
I mean,
It's easier to hide. I'm just
I mean, the only smaller you get would be either a 10-footer or a straight up van. Like
it's still a lot of space, though. A van is a lot of space.
It is a lot
just
of
consider what I mean. You could how many bodies can you stack in the back of a fucking Ford Econoline van? Like dozens.
Now, if we were doing a Econoline van, that's one thing. I don't think DHL actually has the van.
Yeah, like
they
the
only have the box
sliding.
trucks. But I could.
I've been in the trades for a long time.
I could have an unmarked Econoline van. Like that could be done. It could just be
I'm saying like
unmarked
the DHL styled vehicle, but it would be unmarked. That same.
Or
DHL
I could just have an unaffiliated DHL. Like we just painted it DHL, but it has nothing to do with DHL.
Yep.
If we wanted to do that route.
Yep. That makes a lot of sense.
But I mean, that would not be my decision to make unilaterally. I feel like Felix and Josh would probably want to weigh in on that sort of thing.
I mean, this is how you're getting stuff up there.
Well, I mean, okay, so then there's future proofing. Like,
I'd say get you something fast. You know,
y'all could
you're essentially
get there
bringing backup
flying.
stuff.
Y'all could get there flying, but maybe I could bring something that could be of use in mission while also beneficial for prep work for the mission.
I mean, nothing I can think of.
And
besides just weapons that, you know, like I said, I plan on kind of getting from the FBI as long as that works out. So if we bring some backups.
I think the keeper, the only thing
some fucking rope
is where do you all meet up and how many days later?
I think we meet up. We're coming from the northeast.
I mean, it's a 2-3 day drive.
Yep, and you guys are just flying. I mean, do you meet at the freaking airport? Do you meet at?
Why don't we meet at the hotel?
Denny at the hotel. There you go. Yep.
Yeah, because we're not necessarily meet at the same time.
We meet at a Waffle House.
Williamson and I ate on the plane. We're good.
Yeah, I think Guider came up with the best plan. Guider and Williamson are checking into a Holiday Inn of your choosing, some in location in New Orleans.
Holiday Inn Express, please.
I don't know if did they have those in '97?
I don't think so.
Exactly. So that's why I just said
they made it just for you.
And that's where you guys meet up. It can be in the park, and it's going to be in the room. You know, like the agents, at least one of them is in the room. Weldon, when you park your van and then go up to the floor they told you, and you knock on the door, and some either Guider or Williamson just opened the door, and you just did that. Okay, role play, gentlemen. Because I need to get a glass of water.
No, but a napkin would be nice.
I am also going to grab a glass of water.
I was a little snotty. I'm sorry. I feel gross.
Snotty by nature.
Santa Claus checks to make sure who's snotty or nice. Sorry.
What do you got for me, guys? Your keepers.
Before we go anywhere, I want to hold on. I need to pull up my stats real quick.
Williamson, why? My question to you, Williamson, is why? Why not?
I think we took it as a break.
Oh no! I was giving you guys an opportunity to just role play, and it didn't seem to be role play that required a game master, right?
Oh, no one did anything. We were all basically on break up until right this second.
Okay. No, that's it. No, I truly wanted to know. I'm truly in explore. Every game is an exploration, Christopher.
I
When it comes
wanted
to tabletop role
to.
playing, and I
So
do have
speaking
some
of
really good
exploration,
metagame questions when we wrap up that I would like to ask. But continue.
I do have a couple things I'd like to throw out there.
Throw 'em.
So, I mean, I see what my scores are for my bonds. I don't know what that means for our closeness. But one of them is with CCPD. I'm assuming the one that got me those coroner photos. But not necessarily. Anyway, so I have two bonds: the CCPD officer Carlton Ackworth, and then my tabloid reporter.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to press in whatever form that may take for information that might further inform our jaunt down to New Orleans. So whether my police department contact has a contact or a lead of any sort relevant to this down in New Orleans, or maybe my tabloid reporters there's been something I've been meaning to look into, or a contact I have that I've been wanting to make contact with. Any one of those things, I want to.
How about this?
Look into that.
How about the coroner in Capital City, the deputy coroner in Capital City that supplied you the photos of the withered corpse of Clyde Baughman?
Sure.
He'll give you the name and number of the deputy coroner that handles the same shit that he does, the work that he does, which is, body burying and processing no next of kin bodies in New Orleans, and share that. He's going to give you photos to share with him. And has he ever seen something like that? And, and every time you use and lean on these bonds, right, they start to strain, like, this is the last time I'm going to do this for you type of thing.
Sorry, say that last part again.
When bonds get the number is a number that gets reduced, like hit points or something.
Right. Yeah.
And every time you lean on that bond, we start to degrade that bond, and the bond's going to push back. Like, this is the last time I do something like this for you. I'm risking my job.
Yeah.
And then in role play, we push back on that and try to increase those points back up. So you just leaned, and, we'll just take some points off in that. And when there's a crisis point, we'll see if you push these guys too far, if you need them again. But for now, since we're early in the campaign, as the keeper, I see you don't need to roll for that. You get that, and you put a little strain on on some of those bonds that you just described.
Good call, David, though. Good move.
So, are there any rolls I make right now, or are we just, is that like we'll revisit that later?
As the keeper sees no reason to call for a roll at this point, which means automatic success in game terms. What the keeper sees here right now is straight up role playing. You guys are deciding what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. You talk in circles a little bit. You guys go in circles a bit, but
part of the role is like trying to figure out. So the main reason that the first reason that we turned our heads toward New Orleans was because people that were tracking on us had that locational tie. So we're retracing that back. Otherwise, we don't care about New Orleans any more than we care about anywhere else. So, I guess my question is, like we're not just in New Orleans. We're in New Orleans trying to find something.
We're here to find the plates.
Yes.
And so, what is our motivation?
Well, you got the bookstore, and you got the actual home. Those are your two solid leads. The answer to your question. Metagame wise, I'm going to say, your guys are asking me these questions, and I'm giving you straight back answers, and then I'm hearing crickets. Am I wrong?
I mean, I think there's things to think about, like, and listening to what, like, I'm listening to what David's coming up with, and like at times listening to what Josh is coming up with.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure. Because I'm happy to give pauses.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it's just tough to think about what the move is.
Okay, we meet at the hotel. How was the drive down, Chris?
Awful. Always awful. If you've ever been on 35, it's just
That's why I took the plane down.
well, you're welcome.
The
Otherwise,
drinks.
it's fine.
Sitting back in first class, not bad. But okay, so we've all got rooms here in the hotel now. We've all booked in. You've got the van secured. Oh, finger. Oh,
One room.
Oh, sorry.
There's
People
no
will
separate
talk.
rooms. Guider and Williamson, have you guys watched the Umbrella Academy? You've already got me talking again. I'm shutting up.
No,
Yes.
I want to though.
I have also.
Now they're nickel and diming us on the benefit package. Where does it end?
It never does.
So you managed to get the van parked up. Okay. So was that the van is in the hotel car park?
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Well, I think let's get ourselves. Well, apparently we're
The parking situation. Is there like is this a smaller population area or a larger population area?
I've never been to New Orleans. So I don't know what it looks like on the ground.
It's densely populated.
So you're in a densely populated area.
So we could probably find some densely populated parking area for plausible deniability's sake.
okay. We've parked the van somewhere. As long as we remember where it is, that's great.
Is there like a signpost nearby that we can be like, we're lot E5A?
I don't know.
Well, I'm asking
Christopher, in a metagaming sense, when you say that, Christopher, you have just created that. You've just made that, and when you ask that question, you can actually state that in the affirmative.
I find that the signpost we park under is E5A.
Hell yeah.
Do you like to write that down in pencil in one of those stupid little thin notebooks?
I do actually, but I'm gonna go ahead and type it in the chat so everyone can.
See that's an opportunity right there for a player to throw out some actually color, right? Like I like to keep my information tucked in my sock, or I've got idiotic memory. When someone tells me something, I never forget it, or I don't know. Maybe I think too much.
We got it written down.
Right.
It's in Discord chat.
Right. So apparently we're meant to be working in connection with the local FBI. So let's go and introduce ourselves and find out what they have spied
Wrong,
upon.
Josh Williamson. Completely wrong. You didn't listen to a word I said, did you?
I shoot myself in the face.
No. What I said was, as Garvik nurse, they'll be watching the bookstore and the landing until you get there. Then you take over and you carry the ball.
We're going to see them.
Yeah.
We need to see them to take over.
So what you're saying is we just need to go to the Barnes and Noble and we'll be good to go.
Well, no, so you go up to the FBI headquarters in New Orleans, correct?
Yeah, check in. Does everyone know we made it?
We'd love to see you. What can we do for you guys? What's going on? Anything we should be worried about?
Well, we need our kit. We need our pistols.
They got that.
Okay, cool.
They roll that out, and they want to know why they got no information on this, where this is coming from. Where? I mean, we got nothing on that bookstore. Are you saying they've been dealing drugs out of that? That's fucked. That hasn't been happening. What's really going on? Come on, guys. Don't piss down my ear and tell me it's raining. There you go, Josh Williamson.
I mean, I guess what does this branch know anything about our organization? I mean,
No.
We're supposed to be like, what is our cover actually going to talk to them? Like, what do we expect?
I just said it.
All right.
You just asked.
It's cocaine. It's drugs.
Oh yeah.
And like you guys brought up, they're finding it a little hard to believe, and they're feeling a little slighted for not being included. And why are they being boxed out? It may be a strain on the relationship. If you guys need some help, maybe the fucking phones won't get answered.
All right. So yeah. So we tell them that we agree. That's up top. They never communicate anything. Doesn't that suck?
Yes, it does. Water cooler talk is heated to a high extreme. Bonding has occurred.
Hell
Excellent.
yeah.
Excellent feel. Skyder. Nail that. Stuck the landing, guys. That stuck the landing.
So yes, I guess do you want to go to the bookstore
so what they
first?
know is that while they've been watching the bookstore, there's this guy, what's his name, that's manages it, seems to be. And he's been opening it and closing it towards business hours. It just seems to be normal traffic, and the bookstore, from what they've seen, seems to be specializes, though it says Davies Bookbinders. It doesn't look like they bind books. It just looks like one of those junk ass antique booksellers. Dusty old books.
Okay.
As far away from cocaine dealers as he can imagine. And that's I got it. Hamar Ref. Hamar Ref is the SIAC in New Orleans, FBI. I see hands everywhere up. Did I do that?
Oh, I did not mean to do that.
Okay, no worries. They're kind of funny. Felix Geider would like to speak. That's a riot. This is great.
Oh, because that's David.
Hey, so I only have another about 10 minutes. Do we want to focus on the more logistical side of what we're doing right now?
Yes, hell yeah. Because we can do one of two things, right? We can keep on playing this game, or we can just stop and say the mission and the goal that we all set out to do was to play out Delta Green and check it out for one shot. That we've totally accomplished, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to continue?
So I don't think I have the weekly availability to continue.
Not at least. I don't think I have the availability to continue in this time slot.
Josh Williamson, this is your opportunity to say your piece about it. I see that your mic is muted.
Yeah, a one shot is fine for me. Thank you.
Fantastic. We're not playing this any further. You guys have honored me beyond my expectations. I have never run a strictly what I would consider a horror game. And you have given me all the material that I could absolutely hope for to try to do it. And I thank you for that opportunity.
It was great. I love getting to play. Like, this is very different than anything I've ever done. And I hope to be able to play this game again. It's just that with my work schedule, I can't do this time slot. The willingness is there, just not this time slot.
Yeah, no, thanks for having us. Thanks for hosting.
Justin, yeah, I'd game with you guys. I loved gaming with you guys. Thank you very much. Butters, you got to say something. Come on.
Hi.
No. Tell us what you thought. I want to know what you thought. Critique. You can't do a project with a group of people without saying what you thought. That's just not proper.
It's very early in the morning for me, so I'll be going to bed now.
Mm.
Thank you much. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Butters. God, he's a puzzling man. Oh, he vexes me. Would you like to continue your chat, or are you done?
I need to go to bed.
We're done. What a fantastic session.
But yeah.